We have a market that continues to test our patience, but it's not all bad, as I've been saying here, and we'll see. We've got some updated headlines coming out of the Middle East. I would say that the market seems to be ignoring that. The structure is holding a lot of the areas and levels I've been telling you to look for the past week or so. We're getting reactions around them, okay? These are inflection points, and we want to see reactions around them, not just reactions. Some of them we need to see hold, and we've done that. I mentioned, let's jump over here into the side by side. I always like to start here, and I did mention this swing low here for the Qs to watch it very closely. And I said, if we sweep it midday, pay more attention to where we close on the candle, which we did close up above. So everything's okay at this time in the Qs. Everything is okay at this time in the SPY. The RSP and the IWM are just getting very normal pullbacks. Nothing to be concerned about here. So I'm not overly concerned with the market. I don't love everything I am seeing. I don't love the breadth signals. I don't love the headlines. But you know, headlines are something you always have to navigate. Every time we go into a new high market, all of the bears are out, all of the reasons why we can't continue to go higher, all of the noise gets very loud. Every time we correct, the noise is very loud. Every time we chop, there's its own unique set of noise where people are predicting or just don't know what to do. The only way that you can clear and block all of that out is to focus on market structure and market breadth, okay? And we're going to do that again today. Every single day I open these videos with a little lesson on market breadth. It's not always a lesson per se. It's just I'm going to go through my read on market breadth. So compile these things. I'm showing it to you here. Guys, again, on the side-by-side for the Qs, we're all good here. All right, we got saved by a strong close in the markets. And if we can get a bit of a continue higher and remount our 9 EMA, that's going to be a good look. Now, it looks like we're up about 30 basis points overnight in the SPY. Not a bad thing there. So let's just start to jump into our analysis. We'll jump over here to ClearTape first, and let's do a broad breadth read. You know, this is extremely important to be doing, you guys. We did get a downtick. Let's pull up the cumulative. Yeah, we got a downtick, but nothing. I like to look at this as I would a normal line chart. We want higher highs, higher lows. This the cumulative stocks advancing versus declining, and same deal. You know, higher highs, higher lows. We want to stair step up. And we're doing that, right? We have our percent above 50-day, 200-day moving averages. So things still are fine, okay? No major outflow in the markets. We did have an outflow day. We'll get to that here in the flow pulse in a moment. But, you know, look, we obviously, or not obviously, but unsurprisingly have energy popping up for the day. And little uptick there in tech is not a horrible sign. We saw that in the chart, right, with the Qs closing strong. You know, I would just say we're very, very neutral. Let me go back here to the charts and let's go to SPY. Very neutral, guys. We are smack in the middle of a range, okay? We go back to the Qs, smack in the middle of a range, all right? We are very neutral. So control your size and count and be selective. By selective, I would suggest favoring the most attractive sectors. For me, that is healthcare, number one. Industrials up there, very close, and financials also. So healthcare, industrials, and financials, the sectors I have been talking about that we've seen a lot of rotation out of tech into those sectors. Now, I talked very specifically about, what do you want me to do here, guys? I told you this would happen. And I don't want to be that guy that's like, look what I said, but look what I said. It did exactly what I said it would do. And then the XLV did exactly what I said it would do. And it's doing it again. Guys, I'm teaching you market structure. And then look, XLI, industrials. What did I say yesterday in the last video? I said to look for this to pull back to the prior all-time high. If it reacts off of it and remounts the 9, that's a trigger, my friends, a very healthy structural trigger, triple R. I told you the 3 indexes I'm looking at, what to look for. It did it. And then I told you what to do if it does. I'll tell you that here again today. Guys, and look, I gotta tell you about something that I'm gonna run here starting August 1st. I'm gonna do a live 60-day boot camp where I go live. August 1st is a Saturday, and that's gonna be like kind of the welcome and an opening session. But that following Monday, August 3rd, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for 2 months, I'm going to go live at 8:30 Eastern New York time, an hour before the market, and show you everything, the framework in practice live, 3 days a week. Before the market opens, I'm sure some of those will roll into live price action, live entries, just all of it. Yeah, guys, so I'm going to run that new offer one last time at $500 because that's kind of crazy. But you get access to absolutely everything. You get the direct one-on-one mentorship. I teach you all 6 of my models. You get access to the course, the lessons, me, one-on-one, privately. I do Zoom calls with many of my members every week, and lifetime access to the community where we are trading and building together. Guys, this is not a call room. I teach you a real framework that you can leverage for the rest of your life. Bootcamp.WarrenSnax.com. If you're struggling in these markets, you're not going to find something better than this anywhere near this price point. And I would argue this will help you. I won't argue that. This will help you if you're struggling and need to find your footing in these markets. Come and work with me and let me teach you 6 models that outperform the market, how to actually read market breadth and make your own decisions, and then how to have proper risk management so that a system of proper risk management that you apply to the different regimes of the market, A, B, and C risk environments, the whole framework, so that you can make your own decisions and have an edge that you can apply for the rest of your life, so that you can bring confidence to your execution in the market and it doesn't feel like you're spinning every time or chasing or gambling and all that stuff that's going to hurt you. It's going to bite you. This is not a game. We are not here to press buttons. You need to learn to read the environment. You need to learn market breadth. You need models that have statistical significance, and you need proper risk management, and the 3 of those create an edge. So I'm offering you that one last time at $500. You have until August 1st for that price, but I suggest to get in there and get it, because as soon as you sign up, you get instant access to the members dashboard. You have all of the lessons where you can go through there and you can start booking time with me one-on-one to make sure you are getting it. Bootcamp.WarrenSnax.com tells you everything. Go check it out. It's a fantastic offer. It will not ever be this price again. I would love to have you. I look forward to having you, and I'm very excited to do these live sessions where we apply the entire framework that you learn in the bootcamp to live price action. You're going to see me doing this stuff 3 days a week for the next 2 months starting in August. It's something I'm probably going to run once to twice a year, but if you get in, you're in for life. Everything I do, you always have access to. You always have access to me in the community, the Discord, where I am daily talking about price action, and we got a lot of great traders in there applying this stuff as well. I'd love to have you. That's it. Let's get back into the price action. The XLF, I'm not trying to toot the horn. XLF, I was saying, guys, we're vertical into the breakout area. That it is very, very common that they poke it above. It's a shake and go. Breakout, fake out, shake out, okay? So look, next triple R is what I always say. Now, I said this on the XLV and it was a little bit too quick. I trade the daily. You can apply, the market's a fractal. You can apply all of this to the hourly, to the weekly, the monthly, whatever your decision-making, whatever fits your decision-making cadence. Come work with me so I can help you find the answer to that. But anyways, I said the exact same price action as we went vertical in the XLV up into the all-time high area. I said they're going to shake it. This is too vertical. Look for a shake and go. Now, it didn't pull back under the 9 for me to get involved on the daily, but look at the hourly. Vertical into the breakout, retracement, reaction, remount on the hourly. Paid you the next day if you traded the hourly. Just saying. So the XLF that's what, like, if you want to be more aggressive, and now I don't want to push you into that, but if you are a more if it triggers for me on the daily, I'm going to take it, okay? Or I might take the leaders within it. Alternatively, look, we're vertical into the breakout level, breakout, fake out, shake out, pulling back into structure, not breaking any swing lows. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful, guys. If we react off of the 50 here on the hourly and re-trigger over that, you have a entry, stop, to our target for a quick trade and a push back up to the all-time high area, okay? It's your ground rules. All right, this is something that I am willing to swing the bat on. Now, you have to be aware that a lot of financial, some of the big banks and stuff are going to start reporting earnings here relatively soon. Let's just go Morgan Stanley. I think JP Morgan is always one of the first to report. Let's start with them. Yeah, see, that's next week. I don't love that. Look at the shake and go in JP Morgan. I didn't even see that. Breakout, fake out, shake out, entry, stop to our target. It hit it. I mean, geez, dude. I'm just showing you the juice over and over and over again. Anyways, so I must update my thought there, guys. Now, the problem with that is it'll make you feel like you're going to miss the move, okay? And I don't care, because what I realize, what I know, because I've been doing this long enough, is that it's okay to miss this shake and go, this triple R, this next trade, because if this is going to be the breakout into all-time high blue sky territory in banking and financial stocks, there will be many triple R's to come from that. It'll be healthy for the market, many other things, okay? We don't have to force every trade. If we're not comfortable with the environment, right now the environment's kind of sketchy. If we're not comfortable with the fact that next week is major bank earnings and it's going to move the XLF, then we don't have to force it this week. We can let it move the XLF and we can let it break out and do the next triple R above. That's super healthy price action there that could be to come. That will take a week or two, okay? Let the major banks, if we don't know, we don't know the report, like I don't have insider information. We don't know the reaction, more importantly. So if it breaks us into blue sky territory, that would be great. And then we would wait for a pullback that retests the area and re-triggers, very similar to what happened in XLI. That's what we're looking for, okay? And if it doesn't happen, then we don't get in the trade and we don't lose money, all right? The other thing that could happen here in XLI, just to say this and move on, I mean, wow, absolutely beautiful. But yeah, look, I already said if we lose this swing low, then the trade's gone. But if we do actually react right off of the prior don't tell me technicals and structure doesn't matter. Retracement, reaction, remount. We haven't gotten the remount, but reaction right off of the prior all-time high level. Absolutely beautiful. You got to swing the bat on this. So roll that over into, you can trade the ETF or roll it into your favorite industrial names. Okay, let's look at something just quick. Cat. Wow, shocker. Shocker. Look at that. Retracement, reaction, off of the 50, prior highs. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. This might be my vehicle. This might be the vehicle. Plenty of time before earnings. Well, enough time before the next earnings. This is attractive. If XLI remounts the 9, you can take the ETF or look at stuff like this, okay? We'll look at a couple more of my favorite industrial names because, man, I would assume most of them look just like this. Let's do AAL real quick just because I can't help myself. Another thing I said this is what I said. This is what I said to look for. We have earnings here, so I'm not going to play this one. But let's just look at Jets more broadly. You think I'm cherry picking? You think I'm just like talking in here? Look, it did it. I talked about this in the week. Go look at the last. I posted a Saturday live session. I said it would do this. It did it. I'm telling you guys what happens. I'm just not telling you I wrote the freaking algorithm like I see. I'm telling you this is market structure. This is how leadership behaves. Okay, this is how markets move. Look at this. Breakout, fake out, shake out. Pulls back, retests the frickin' area. This isn't, I would not call this a shake and go. I apologize. Breakout, pullback, retracement, reaction off of that area. If it remounts the 9, pull the frickin' trigger, okay? Take your remote. This is something that is going to work more often than not, period. It's blue sky territories. Pull back to test and hold the prior breakout level structure. Reacted off of it, hammer candles. If it remounts the 9 EMA, that is a resumption of trend in a hot sector, one of the hottest recently. Guys, this works more often than not. Learn to control your risk. Learn to identify this, spot this, and pull the trigger mechanically. I don't have emotions. I have things that I am looking for. I have models that I know to have statistical edge, and I wait for them. I have patience, okay? This is absolutely beautiful. Okay, and you get a little bit of a grip. Woo! Let's move. We got to move on, guys. I got some stuff to talk about here today. Let's go back into ClearTape. Let's look at the participation matrix. We will come back to that. We'll go to that. Let's look at the theme pulse. All right, so we had, yeah, shocker. We had energy up for the day. I'm not messing with Bitcoin. I'm good on that right now. From a trading long perspective, I could be convinced to short Bitcoin. I guess we can talk about that if you guys want. Genomics still up top here. Oh, baby, we're going to talk about that. Oh, baby, are we going to talk about that? And let's look at our flow pulse. A decent outflow. I mean, decent, pretty significant outflow yesterday, right? Even though we had a bit of a hammer, a strong close, pretty significant outflow. And what came in? Energy, staples, utilities. That's defensive, my friends. Okay? This is a signal. And then, wow. Yeah, we got signals right here, you guys. This is what ClearTape is. Let's do the participation matrix and jump over here to that. Let me pull up my notes so that this is already a pretty long video. And yeah, we want to do the participation matrix. Let's open up the full matrix workspace actually, and let's jump in. Starting with, I want to look at so yesterday we had an outflow day, right? So like weakness in the market, even though we had an up close on the candle, like we had weakness and outflow in the market. So I want to be paying attention to the things that were up on the day, right? So let's click into here and see what we got. So most of them being energy, and we actually had a decent amount of tech names that closed strong. So guys, you want to be going through this and putting some of these things on your watch list. You got PENG breaking out, maybe breaking out of this range that it's been in for weeks at least, maybe over a month. So next triple R above that range, y'all know the deal in the community. You got UCT reacting right off of the 50, guys. This is kind of attractive. What else do we have here? PAR being an energy name, getting back over its 50. This is going to be dependent on what happens with the situation in the Middle East. That actually kind of applies to the entire market. So you got to monitor that. Anyways, ANET, beautiful big range here that we could be breaking out of, okay? This is absolutely beautiful. I want to be looking at ANET for, let's pull up some charts. I want to be looking at ANET for the either a shake and go right here or next triple R. Okay, so you have this big flaggy range that it's breaking out of. I love this look. Okay, we've got a decent amount of time to maybe get a trade off here before earnings. This is absolutely beautiful, but you got to recognize we now have a new all-time high. So do they shake it? Do we get a shake and go, or do they send it? And by they, I don't mean anyone in particular, okay? Does it break out and then pull back, retest area, retrigger triple R, or does it do something maybe more like this without breaking previous swing lows? That's my next two trade ideas for ANET, or it rolls and loses structure, okay? And we stay out of it. There's your three scenarios for ANET. We got Dyno, another energy name that caught my eye, right? So look at that, flag breakout. So what do you want to do here? You want to wait for a pullback, right? Like this thing's ripping. You got to wait for it to pull back, hold that level, and re-trigger triple R. VLO, very similar ideas. Yeah, so you got a range break, okay? Next triple R. If the war stuff is happening and energy starts to go higher, next triple R on a lot of these top energy names. Let's get into a couple that I'm actually very interested in. Look at this Casey move. Man, I wish I saw that yesterday. I actually was doing something anyways. Wow, is this a look here on Casey? Now, what could we do? Possibly, like if we happen to get a soft open, I'm going to be checking market internals and a few different things. If we get an open below yesterday's close, right? So a red to green on yesterday's close, I might take that and get myself here into Casey. I would like to get into this. This looks pretty attractive. All right, so you had your big earnings run up, pulled back, did not break structure, retracement, reaction, remount of the 50 here. This thing could get going, you guys, and this is an absolute beast of a trender. Look at this chart. This is what triple R's are. And more often than not, this is what an edge looks like. All right, it's getting a little wide and loose because we're really pushing this thing up here. But yeah, here, look, anyways, it's continues to improve revenue as well. So this is a leader in a trend backed by growing fundamentals, retracement reaction above prior swing low, remount of the 50 is my trigger there. AROC. I was like, that's not, why am I looking at that? Come on, AROC. All right. Same sort of deal here. Now this is another energy stock, but I like this. Look at this shake and go. You get a breakout, fake out, shake out, pulls back, does not breach the prior swing low, holds the 50, remounts the 9. Yesterday was the trigger. Kind of the same thoughts there if you want to trade the oil sector. And then UCTT is the last one that I found over there on the ClearTape. To have had a very nice day yesterday. Y'all see the deal here. It pulled back, tested the 50, back over the 9. You got ground rules that you can trade off of. And then we got XLV, all right? XLV is a sector that we've been saying we want to get ourselves involved in. Now, I would have liked, look, we've not gotten my triple R on the daily here in XLV, but the hourly, it keeps doing it, So if we get an hourly triple R, I want to talk about what I like here in the XLV. So we've got to go back over here and to ClearTape, and let's run over to strategies and then notice, now this is loaded up with triple R's. Let me just get to it. XLV, all right, what do we see here? These are the names I've been telling you guys I want to get into on its next triple R for weeks. All right, this is genomic stuff right here, the hottest sector in the world right now that no one's talking about. Very few, okay? It's been the hottest sector in the world for months. Literally, go watch. Nobody's going to do that. Everybody just wants to know what's happening next. Genomics is a sector that we want to get ourselves involved into, and we're finally getting our pullback below the 9. I got to find my way into this, you guys, all right? So I think my favorite might be TWST here, TWST. I think this might be the one for me, but I really like a lot of these names here in genomics. Now, they could need to cool off a little bit more. Let's go to GH, right? Like, these things are pretty freaking vertical, you guys. So, man, oh man, look at that, right below all-time highs. I'd really like to maybe see a little bit more of a pullback, but if we're not going to get it, I got to swing the bat. I'm going to swing the bat on genomics and see if I can get myself involved in a couple of these things. But TWST, this is my favorite. All right, so this is the one I'm going to be looking at here today. We'll see. You get your rip up into all-time high. Well, I don't know if it's all-time highs. It's not, yeah. Look at this, accumulate, guys, come on, we got to get involved in this market. And my model is possibly triggering here. I'm not going to overthink it. This is mechanical stuff. It is what it is. I'm going to swing the bat. I'm going to give it a shot. So back over the 9, retracement, reaction, remount. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we get that. And then I want to wrap up just with, I did a scan through ClearTape pretty deep earlier, and I just want to show you some names that I do have on my radar. Now, let's talk about what getting involved today would look like. Now, the market is less than ideal, okay? The headline environment that we're in now, again, with the war and everything, less than ideal. But market internals and structure, all right? If we start remounting levels, if we start triple R'ing in the indexes and the ETFs and in leadership, and then we confirm that with market internals intraday, I'm willing to initiate some risk. Controlled, okay? This is a risk environment like B minus, and then if those things start happening, we go up to B, maybe B plus, right? So I'm not going to go crazy with position count or size, okay? We are mid-range in the indexes, like in the SPY and the Qs. We have pretty significant macro headlines hitting the wire throughout the day, right? Like, control, don't go crazy. Don't try to change your life until those things go away, right? Until we break out in the markets again and get back into a clean follow through rally. That is when I will up the position count and position size. For now, I will look for ways to get involved, okay? Because a lot of times when everyone's loud and noisy and it's like, this is the top, it's not, and things can break out and actually move. But you need to focus on healthcare, financials, industrials, and keep an eye on tech, but require it to show itself, prove itself to you, okay? Go learn the ETFs. If you want my ETF list to be watching, ask for it. I'll put it in your comment here on YouTube, okay? Pair your ideas with the ETFs, okay? Let's get back to what we're looking at. All right, Oust is something that is structurally an idea. This is an IPO cycle with a narrative. This is a narrative play IPO cycle with a key. This is all of this. 3 out of my models, 3 out of 6 of my models, okay? This has got the stuff, right? It's got accumulation signals. It has changed character off of a rounding bottom. It has a narrative. This is the robotics narrative. That's all I'm going to go into here, okay? So when that happens, I want to start looking for my entry, which is triple R, my main entry model, okay? to get involved. So we have that here, possibly, right? We have a breakout, a shake and go on most recent price action. It breaks out, pulls back, did not break structure. It did not break the most recent swing low. It just shook everyone out, okay? That bought late, right? I mean, if you got in the last triple R, bang, you got paid. But the next triple R that does not break structure keeps this in a more often than not world, okay? It's that simple. It's that simple. I'm going to look at Oust if I like what I'm seeing out of the robotics ETFs, out of the tech ETFs, out of market internals broadly. I want the momentum of the market behind me if I'm going to add any risk today, initiate any new risk, okay? I need all of those things. You guys know, come learn, all right? bootcamp.warrensnax.com. Get in there, study up, and be ready to go live August 1st. CBRL. I can't help but look at this, and I said, I'm going to repeat myself. It did it. I didn't even actually look. It did it. It broke out through the trend line, okay? The resistance trend, it broke through it, all-time high volume, and then what did it do? Retracement, reaction. Let's see if we get the remount. It pulled back to retest it. If it reacts off of it, which so far it has, if it holds this reaction and remounts to 9, I'm going to swing the bat on Cracker Barrel. Like, I used to love Cracker Barrel. I don't know about y'all. Remember the gift stores and stuff? Woo-wee. Getting up and down 95, you start seeing that sign. Yeah, baby. Yeah, we need to stop. I got to play that T game at the table, man. Hey, I'm a fan of Cracker Barrel. It's just been years since I've been. That what was it called? The smothered pork chop steak, whatever it was, man. The smothered something. It's like a fried steak with gravy on it. Man, I was just making my fat boy come out. All right. Anyways, CBRL, y'all know the deal. All right, I got to get through this list. ALGM is on the radar, right? You got this retrace, like you have an all-time high. Breaks out up into all-time highs, retraces, reacting off of the 50. If this remounts to 9 back to the all-time high level, guys, coming on. I mean, come on. This is pretty. This is really, really pretty. It's on the radar. I'm going to be watching it. ANET we already covered. GH we already covered, but I'm going to look again. This is a Genomics name. All right. PAN W has got a look, and it has been a relatively strong sector where the rest of tech has gotten shaky. You must notice that. Okay. What's one of the strongest tech sectors in tech? Cybersecurity. All right. So look, you got a big move up into all-time highs. Pretty sure it's all-time highs. Yep. It's first triple R after that. Come on. Yeah, I'm going to be looking at that. All right, so there's another one for you. We got LFST, another Genomics name. I've been talking about this one. Might gap up on us there, baby. Dag on it. This is an IPO cycle. I'm sorry. This is not a Genomics name. This is in the nursing services that I've been talking about. I'm going to be looking at that. I can't repeat myself, dude. Keep it moving. APS, this was a narrative play name that I talked about. If it broke out of this resistance, it already had its all-time high volume going into that thing. First triple R after, boom, worked. Next triple R, didn't break structure, so it is high probability. These are going to work more often than not. Control your risk, swing the bat, okay? Stack it up. Keep doing the same thing. Stop deviating and trying new things over and over and over again. I've been showing you for almost a year on this channel over and over again that leadership and triple R's works more often than not. You don't have to come in here and outsmart the market. You need to execute, period. All right? HPE. I don't hate the look of this at all. I don't. You got the big gap up on earnings. All right, it pulled all the way back there to that level, reacting at or around it, remounting the 9. I don't hate this. An open inside of yesterday, and then again, same thoughts on, what did I tell you that? On Oust. Same thoughts, all right? If we get an open inside of yesterday's range, and then I start to see the signals I want out of tech ETFs, out of, this would be a semi probably, right? So like maybe out of Soxel or SMH, if I start to see signals in those, strength in those sectors, and I align it with market internals signaling to me that there is broad buying in the markets, that's my trigger. All right, y'all know the deal. Well, boot campers and community, y'all know the deal. Come learn the deal if you don't. All right, I'm going to teach you live, man, 3 days a week coming on up, but get in there and learn this stuff. So that we don't have to do a bunch of the same repeating questions every live session. All right, get in there, do your studying up before August 1st, go through everything and get yourself ready. Apple, I've got this on here because I just want to be looking. We're right there at all-time highs. Now see what we get. Okay, same thing. I keep saying this over and over again because it's what we're going to get. It's either going to stuff, pull back, react off the 50, and take the next triple R, maybe going through, entry, stop, to our target, or it rips through and get the next triple R, okay? Or it pokes its head through. You get it? You get it? We either stuff, next triple R, we shake and go, next triple R, or we rip up through next triple R on Apple is attractive, okay? And then we got SPHR. Now, this is a stock I have not been able to get into. For the life of me, I don't know why. Look at this, baby. Look at this after one of my, I mean, like, I'm just going to, like, I got to nut up and just start saying it, dude. Like, I'm bringing you the juice with these 6 models and, like, this structure and everything. Like, it box breakout, IPO cycle, look at the triple R's after that. Look at the measure move after that. Like, what do you want? What else do you want? You want to come in here and freaking name pick the markets, or you want to execute on something that works more often than not, period. Like, learn to read the room, learn your market breadth, and execute triple R on leadership. You want to find your footing in the markets? You want to depend on this? You want to grow your capital? You want to put your money to work to make money while these markets were made? I'm giving you the blueprint. Like $500. If you get a community, you get me. Like, dude, I love talking to my people. I just did 2 hours the other day, right? And like I got one in, oh shoot, I got 3 hours. Like, dude, I love this. That's why I did it. It's why I turned on the camera, because I love this. And now I have people to talk to and share it with, right? So I appreciate the audience, guys. I appreciate every single one of you members. Y'all, I love you, man. I love you. You give me something to be excited to come in here and do every day. YouTube, can you freaking let more people see my channel? Good Lord, man. Like, my analytics are good. Like the watch time, the people coming back, all that stuff, like the like to view ratio. Like, YouTube, what are you doing, man? Help a dude out, bro. Hit that like for me, man, if you're still here. I mean, this has been a long video. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, guys. We got CLS, looks attractive. Okay, you got something pulling back, kind of reacting back over the 50. This looks more, that's what it was. Yeah. Look at that. That's a weekly trigger there on CLS, but do be aware. If you're going to get yourself into a weekly idea, be aware. You got earnings. I wouldn't do contracts on that personally. All right, and then you got PLTR. I know some people are not going to want to hear this, but I'm considering a short on PLTR still. All right, I talked about this about a week ago. It's, lost everything, popping back up. If it fails and it rolls back down through that 9, guys, I might have to take that puppy down. DRAM, all right, look at this. Look at this. We're not all lost here in memory. Now, we do want to see this level hold for sure, but so far we are. If we get a retracement reaction at around our level, remount of the 9, that is a triple R in memory. You got to swing that bat. Like, take your emotions out of it and realize you got to swing that bat. Okay, it's the hottest, strongest, most expensive thing in the world is memory. All right, like, hey, listen, if it's just a simple triple R on this freaking DRAM chart, I'm gonna swing the bat. All right, we'll see if we get it. And then we got HUT. I think this was, a little weekly trigger there on HUT. You got your breakout into all-time highs, pulling back. Yeah, look, I don't hate it there. It also aligns with getting back over the 50 and the 9. So it's a daily and weekly triple R in HUT. And then I also have ACAM here, another data processor weekly chart. Look at that. Little shake and go on the weekly, baby. Yeah, look, breakout, fake out, shake out, pulls back, didn't break structure, triggering back up over the 9 and back through the prior all-time high area. This is a good look here in a sector, data processing, that has been strong, okay? So it pulled back, right? You get this big rip out of data processors, it pulled back, cooled off a little bit, didn't break structure, all right? This is reinitiating trend if it does it, okay? It didn't break the structure, it didn't invalidate the entire move. It pulled back, and they're stepping back in. Look at that volume. Come on now. All right, it's worth considering. A-Lab is worth considering. Retracement. Pretty reasonable little pullback here. Back over the 9, it's worth looking at. You got GEV. Now, this one's interesting. I've not looked at this here in a bit, but little shake and go on GEV. Okay, you get the all-time high, it breaks it out, fake out, shake out, pulls it back to the 50, did not break structure, did not break the most recent swing low. Guys, through yesterday's high on GEV is actually kind of attractive. You got XAR, same thing we've been looking at here, guys. All right, say I said this in a video the other day. I said this. I said if it stuffs at the all-time high, see if it pulls back and does not break recent swing low, reacts, remounts, retracement, reaction off the 50, remount of the 9, take a look at aerospace and defense. Okay, you can take the ETF here, get a quarter sizer. I'm gonna say it again. I say this every time I see this chart. This is a model. Get a quarter, this is a box breakout model. You get a quarter sizer below the box breakout on a triple R, and then you're into something that you can see if it does finally break out, all right, and pulls back, load up to full size on the next triple R, and then you're looking for a measured move, meaning you're looking for a move all the way up into that area. That's good enough. Let's move on. Okay, come and learn actually and see me show you example after example after example of it happening, working more often than not on leadership in the live boot camp. GEV, XAR, VRT. This, I don't hate this idea. Wow, this is a long video. This may be one of the longest watch lists I've ever done. All right, there's a lot. I'm just in here sharing every day. I don't know. If it's too long for you, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. LMND, I'm not a jukebox. All right. I'm excited, man. There's a lot out here. LMND, guys, this is attractive. You get a change of character back up over the 200. I talk about all the time how I like this. It's also in the middle of an IPO cycle. This is very attractive. Okay. Change of character, change of character back over its moving averages, including the 200, the next triple R after that. I know some of you guys took this triple R back here, or at least one of you did. Thank you, man. You put this back onto my radar, and now I really like the look of this here possibly. It's got more work to do. It hasn't closed below the 9, but if it does, if the market pulls back a little bit, this reacts off of the 200. Next triple R is something I'm going to look very closely at. I do have experience trading this name, doing quite well with it actually. And then SN, this is the last name of the day. All right, you got blue sky territory breakout here, first triple R. After that has happened is something that's going to be on my radar. And I will end this with saying that SN, I don't think anyone has talked about. I thought about something. You got a recent all-time high volume on this. All-time high volume on this recently made me begin to think, like, what's going on? Besides this major range breakout, which measured move, it's already halfway through that measured move. Anyways, like, what's happening with Shark Ninja? I think this is a robotics play. I don't know how yet, but like I like to connect dot, the like speculator in me. I think think about when we have humanoids in our freaking houses and they need little apparatuses and stuff like that. Like, dude, Shark Ninja, they got to be working on this, right? Shark Ninja, they do all the different kitchen appliances and stuff like that, among other things. They got to be working on stuff like that are humanoids, or not just humans can use, and robotized appliance. I don't know. I've never heard that. I'm saying it out loud for the first time. I've been thinking about this in my head. What's going on here? That might be it. So yeah, let's pay attention to this pretty closely. So anyone who made it all the way into this video, thank you. Remember, I said that. Stay safe, manage your risks, go make some money. Guys, come on, man. That August 1st offer is insane. Get in there. It is capped as well. I can't work with too many people at one time. So get in there, get started on the course, on the lessons for now. Start reaching out, talking to me, and get yourself ready to go in there and watch it happen live 3 days a week for 2 months. I'll see you there, guys.